Hey, I'll be home late today.
Again? You've been home late every day lately.
I'm busy at work, you know.
But if you're going to be late, I'll be worried if you don't call me.
That's why I'm texting you now. You worry too much. I'm doing my best.
I know that, but I don't want anything to happen to you.
Are you that suspicious of me? You don't trust me at all.
It's not that I don't trust you. I just get nervous when I don't hear from you.
What are you worried about? Maybe you're just stressed because you're always at home doing chores.
Huh? What are you trying to say?
We haven't been doing anything fun lately.
Isn't that because you're busy with work?
It's not just because of work. You should get out more and make time for yourself.
I just want to do things around the house because I think that's what I'm supposed to do.
You don't have to force yourself. You can spend more time for yourself instead.
But do you know what would happen if I didn't do my chores well?
I think you need a break.
So, what do you want me to do? Do you have any suggestions?
I'm tired working every night. I want you to consider my feelings a little more.
Well, did I say too much?
It's okay if you understand. Well then, I'll be home late tonight.
Be careful on your way home.
Speaking of which...
Yes?
I think you've been ironing my shirts a little rough lately, haven't you?
What? I don't think so.
I know it's a small detail, but I want you to be careful because my coworkers will see it.
I'm sorry, I'll be careful.
I'm just trying to help you do your chores properly. You should freshen up a little.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Well, I'll be really late today, so you should go to bed first.
Okay, I will. Take it easy. Hey, how about we go camping this weekend?
Camping? Why all of a sudden?
Well, because you said I should freshen up.
That means by yourself.
I feel more refreshed with you.
Oh, I might have to work on the weekend too. Why don't you invite some friends or something?
You work overtime every day, and you have to work on weekends too?
It's work, so it can't be helped. Stop complaining about it.
Sorry. Hi, Henry. Are you working late again? I don't know your work schedule, so please, at least give me a call. Where are you now? Are you really at work?
Olivia, I'm sorry.
What?
I want a divorce.
Huh? What are you saying? You haven't come home for 2 days without a call, and now you're telling me that you want a divorce?
I didn't come to this that easily. I have to follow my feelings. And now that I said it, there's no turning back. I finally made up my mind, so I decided to tell you before I changed my mind.
I see. So, what's the reason?
Oh, well, I found someone I like. I want to marry her. Her name is...
Terry.
What?
I'm sorry. Actually, I already knew that you and my sister were having an affair.
How on earth did you find out?
She was giving me some hints that she was having an affair with you.
What?
She's on Instagram, and every time she posts a picture or a text, it made me suspicious.
Suspicious?
There are some photos of her and a guy that looks like you. The other day, in a photo of a post titled, "Dinner with my boyfriend," I saw your reflection in a wine glass.
Oh my God.
So, there's no doubt about you having an affair with my sister. In fact, there was no indication that Terry was trying to hide her relationship with you. Rather, she seemed to be enjoying it.
I can't believe it. I can't believe she would be so careless.
Well, it's not a surprise to me, knowing my sister's personality so well.
But how did you know about us?
Intuition, maybe? It didn't take me long to realize that you had been acting strange. I also hired a private detective to get more conclusive evidence.
A private detective? You even hired a private detective?
Yes, I did. I acted as soon as I became suspicious of your behavior. And the report was filled with photos of you and Terry and recordings of your conversations.
Oh no.
The places you met, the restaurants you had dinner at, even the hotels you stayed at, everything was recorded.
Why would you go that far?
Because I have a right to know. I needed to know how much you had betrayed me.
But Terry's your sister.
You think I wouldn't do such a thing if it was my own sister? You're being naive. Unfortunately, the world isn't that sweet. It doesn't matter if it's your family or not.
I can't believe you planned all this.
I started preparing the moment you betrayed me.
Then what's going to happen now?
You're at Terry's apartment now, right?
Yes, but what does that have to do with anything?
With your income, I don't think I can get much money from you. But my lawyer will be there later, so you'll have to show him exactly how much you're prepared to pay for it, and how sorry you are, and how much responsibility you're willing to take.
Wait a minute. What the hell is that? What am I supposed to do? You know how much I make, right?
I don't care. It's something you have to figure out for yourself. It's none of my business anymore.
Olivia, please. Let's start over again.
I have no intention of doing that. From now on, you have to take responsibility for your own actions.
Olivia.
I'll leave you now. Just stay there until my lawyer gets there.
Wait a minute, Olivia.
Sis, it's been a little while, hasn't it? How are you doing? Terry, how can you text me like that after what you've done? I don't understand that part of you. My good point is that I'm naturally cheerful and positive. Huh? By the way, sis, yesterday, Henry asked you for a divorce, right? So, have you decided when you're going to get divorced? You're moving too fast, Terry. There's no way I can decide everything overnight. It's just a matter of filing the divorce papers, isn't it? You're just complaining because you don't want to get divorced, right? You're probably having a hard time letting go. I guess I have to repeat what I said to Henry. What? Alimony. Alimony? Since you went through the trouble of exposing your relationship, you must have expected this, right? Huh? You're trying to get alimony from your own sister? I can't believe it. Unfortunately, the world is not that easy. It doesn't matter if you're my family or not. Oh my God! If Henry was cheating on me with you, the alimony is to be claimed exactly as it should be. Well, okay. I'm sure Henry can handle it. I'm going to have a lawyer visit you soon. I want to make sure you pay for taking my husband away from me. But you didn't get along with Henry, did you? That's a different story. Oh yeah? You were surprised when you found out about our relationship, weren't you? I was surprised, it's true. But that's because I didn't think he would do something like that. Did you really believe him that much? I didn't believe him. I was more angry that he betrayed me. But alimony isn't realistic, you know. It's not like you guys were being realistic about your behavior. And would that really satisfy you? Whether I'm satisfied or not, it's necessary. Well, I'll think of a way to be happy with Henry. That's your choice. but you can't escape from your responsibility. I understand, sis, but I'm going to win, you know? It's not a matter of losing or winning, but I'll definitely be happy. If you're ready for that, then you'd better make sure you're settled. How are you feeling today? I just wanted to check in with you. I don't have anything to say. What do you want? I'm sure it's nothing worth hearing. What's that? The alimony. It's already been transferred, right? Yes, I confirmed it yesterday and I filed the divorce papers right away. Oh, really? Thank you for divorcing him, sis. I'm so happy that I can open up a bottle of champagne. Actually, I've already registered my marriage. That was fast. Because I wanted to be his wife as soon as possible. I'm so happy I can't even describe. I'm thankful that I didn't have to go to court. What? You know, I had wanted to divorce Henry, but if he didn't agree to it, I was afraid that I would have to go to court, and it was a bit troublesome. Just then, I found out about his affair with you and was able to get divorced without a problem. Is that so? It sounds like you're just a sore loser. Can I ask you something? Sure. I'm in a good mood, so I'll answer your loser question. What is so great about Henry? What? I was married to him, so it's not like me to say this. But to be honest, compared to the ex-boyfriends you have had, he's a lot worse. Oh no! You're a complete sore loser. Sore loser? I can't believe you would say that about such a wonderful man. I think you're having a hard time getting over him. Is that so? Oh well, I got my alimony paid and the divorce is final. All I need him to do now is move out his stuff and that's it. What? It's your stuff that has to be moved out, right? Why? Because Henry bought that house, didn't he? It's a beautiful white house with a garden. It has 5 bedrooms. And since Mom and Dad can live there with us, we are all getting ready to move in. So I have to ask you to leave as soon as possible. Of course you can't live with us because Mom and Dad don't like you, you know? Mom and Dad have always been very fond of you. I left their house as soon as I graduated from high school because I didn't want to live there with you guys. If you're aware of that, get out of that house as soon as possible. But this house is owned by my best friend and his wife. Huh? What are you talking about? They're currently on overseas for business for 3 years now. And I'm just living here because they asked me to manage the house. But they're coming back in 3 weeks to finish, so I'm planning to leave here by then. What? I'm sure Henry is aware of that. Huh. Yes, and on top of that, I'm also paying for the car loans. I'm the one who was paying for everything. No way! This is what reality is like. No way!
Olivia, I have a favor to ask.
A favor? What is it now? I have nothing to say to you.
Don't say that. Marry me again.
Huh?
Without you, my days are empty. When I come home, there's no one waiting for me, and I can't even have your cooking.
That's the reason?
That's not all. Without you, my work isn't going well either. Every day is hard, and I can't do it anymore without you by my side.
Huh? Are you kidding me? We're done, okay?
Sure, we had our problems, but I want to get over them and start over again.
Is that really all you want?
Yeah, and I can't forget the days I spent with you. I miss watching movies with you, the trips we took together, everything.
You've got to be kidding me. That's not the reason, is it?
Ah, that's my Olivia. As soon as they found out I'm a part-timer making only $1,300 a month, your parents and Terry got mad.
Of course they did.
They thought I was working full-time, and your best friend's house belonged to me. So they thought that if I could afford such a big house, I must have a high income.
That sounds exactly like Terry.
This is no time to laugh. Terry made me write my name on the divorce papers and broke up with me. Hey, can you pick me up at ABC Station?
ABC Station is the closest station to my parents' house and Terry's apartment. I don't want to go near there.
But my parents live far away. I mean, they broke off the relationship with me after the divorce. I'll have to sleep on the street tonight.
There's probably a hotel around there. Why don't you stay there?
I have no money.
What?
Actually, I quit my part-time job.
Huh? Why did you quit?
Terry said she wanted to live with her parents after we got married. I thought she meant that she wanted me to live with her parents. I was going to look for a new job here because it would take me an hour to get to my part-time job. Terry and her parents were preparing to move into your best friend's house, which you're in charge of managing. So I was told that her parents sold their house, and Terry canceled the apartment.
I see. So everyone was misunderstanding many things, and in the end, you all lost your homes.
I've paid you alimony and my savings are gone. The only thing I can do is get back together with you.
Of course I don't want that.
Well,
I'll tell you now. Ever since your original employer went bankrupt, you've been satisfied to work part-time instead of looking for a real job. I really don't like the way you think I'm some kind of ATM or something. I wanted to divorce you before I found out about your affair with my sister.
I'm going to work full-time from now on.
It's too late now. Don't contact me anymore. Bye.
Oh no, Olivia.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. What is it now? I don't want to talk to you anymore. You can't talk like that when your cute little sister is texting you. What kind of talk is that? I'm so disgusted. You said you were moving out of your friend's house. Where are you moving to? Quick, an address. Huh? I don't have to tell you that. If you don't tell us, we can't move in. What? We were going to live in that 5-bedroom house when I got married. Mom and Dad sold their house, and I canceled my apartment. We don't have a place to live now, so we're going to live together in your new place. Huh? I can't do that. Why not? Your family is in trouble and you won't help us? How can I help you who stole my husband and my parents who are always on your side regardless? I'm going to break off the relationship with you guys. Don't say that! There's nothing you can say or do to change my mind. What the? Besides, the place I'm moving to is the company dormitory. Huh? Company dormitory? It's a dormitory for single women, so even under the rules, we can't live together. What? That's not fair! Why don't you just rent another apartment? Or maybe you can ask to live in the company housing of your father's company. Hasn't there been any talk of that? Dad quit his job! Huh? He assumed that Henry has a high income. He said, from now on, he can take care of me and I don't have to work. He got his severance pay, but after paying your alimony, he didn't have much left. This is unbelievable. Hey, what should I do? Speaking of which, do you remember what your mother used to say? About what? She told us to take care of family. I know that, but now is not the time. No, this is exactly the time. She said there's a heavy price to pay for betraying your family. What she said has nothing to do with this right now. Really? I think it's relevant. Why is that? I think the reason our relationship is so broken is because we ignored her teachings. This is what happens when you don't take care of your family. Oh no! This is the reality. What? I'll say it again. You stole my husband and my parents condoned it. I'm done with you guys. Wait a minute! Sis!
Hey, Steve. We're going to meet my parents to tell them about the wedding and you're suddenly gone? Something urgent? Are you so nervous that you got a stomachache? What's wrong?
No, that's my word. Give me a break.
What do you mean? Did I do something?
Huh? How can you play dumb after showing me something like that? I can't believe you don't notice anything.
Huh? Wait a minute. I have no idea what you're talking about. Stop laughing and tell me what you didn't like.
How can you not understand? I seriously cringed.
If I did something, I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you're fine. It's so normal for you that you don't even notice. Then let me tell you. I left because it was too old and I cringed.
Old? Are you talking about my parents' house? Are you saying that my parents' house is so old that you cringed and left?
That's right. You don't understand unless I tell you every single time. I knew if you grow up in such a shabby house, your imagination becomes shabby and you lose the sense of a normal human.
It's true that my parents' house is old because my grandpa also lived there when he was young. But that doesn't mean you can talk like that. And you're gone for that reason?
I'm telling you, it might be nothing for you, but it's a matter of life and death for me. I don't want to be in that old house, and of course I don't want to become your family. It's over. No marriage.
What are you saying? What's wrong with you, Steve?
It's easy. If people see that house, they'll want to go home. I don't know how you live in that old house. It's about to collapse. I mean, it looks completely abandoned.
It's true that the house is old, and some parts are falling apart, but leading it to break off an engagement? That's crazy.
You're the one who's crazy.
I'm serious.
You know, I'm the CEO. Have you forgotten my position? It's too embarrassing to have a woman who is poor and lives in a shabby house as my wife. I can't introduce such women in high society. People would think I'm not a good judge of character, and it would be bad for my public image. Above all, it's hard to be a part of a poor family. They're definitely going to bum off.
Why do you say such terrible things? It's a precious house with lots of memories. Besides, it's not like my family is poor.
Huh? You guys are absolutely poor. You live in a shabby house. Rich people live in a much nicer houses. We, the rich people, value our private time. That's why I can't stand to live in a house like this.
I'm saying we're not poor.
Whatever you say, it was shabby, which means you're poor. It's no use lying to me. Understood? That's how it is. Period.
It's true you're the president's son, and now you are the president. I can understand that my parents' house looks old, but you're breaking off an engagement just because of that? That's insane.
It means that the world you and I live in is different. You approached me because you thought you could get rich, right? Live in a beautiful house, have luxuries beyond your level, make me support your parents. Poor people can't earn enough even though you work hard, you know. You were dreaming of what you would do when you could spend my money, huh? I knew it. You poor people are so nasty.
I wasn't planning like that.
Well, this is the reality. It's no use trying hard to hold them back. The moment I realized you wanted my money, I cringed. I'll have to say goodbye to the poor lady who dreamed of being rich.
How can you say such a terrible thing? You really suck.
I can't help you. Why don't you look in the mirror and say that instead of telling me? Well, I'm sorry you couldn't get rich. I think it's a good idea to rebuild your parents' house before you find a new guy. It may be tough with your meager income, but good luck.
Stop it. Just because my parents' house is old, don't assume I'm trying to use you to get rich or I'm poor and tell me terrible things. I'm glad I found out you were such a jerk before we got married. I don't want to marry you.
You're upset because I found out you were trying to use my money? I'm not the one who is horrible. You're the one who's crazy. I'm acting normal.
That's not true. I don't think I could have made it work if I had married you. Maybe it's a good thing we end here.
How could you say that to me? After being upset, now you admit the fact? Why don't you complain to your parents who live in such an old house? Well, before you complain, you should fix the house. I don't think poor people have that kind of money, though.
It's none of your business. You're a stranger now, so don't mess with me.
Whatever. You poor bastard. You should regret for being abandoned. Don't make me pissed. You'll see. Hey, how are you? Poor girl who failed to become rich. You're too poor that you had to sell your phone.
What is it? You're annoying.
Oh, you haven't sold it, even though you're poor? Well, I'm sure you're going to be selling it soon. I'm glad I got in touch with you before that.
Shut up. We've already called off the engagement, so don't reach me. I'll block you if you have nothing to tell me.
Don't say like that. You poor people are so small-minded. I was just trying to tease you a little. Don't get so angry. I just wanted to know what kind of poor life you're spending.
Huh? By the way, I heard that you started dating some company president's daughter right after you broke up with me.
Hey, how do you know that? Well, that's none of your business anymore.
That rumor seems to be all over. I just happened to hear it from a friend.
A rumor that a poor woman failed to become rich? I've heard that poor people and country folks can't afford to spend money on entertainment, so all they do is gossip, huh? You guys knew about us so quickly, so your friend is also poor?
Don't insult my friends. My friend who thought we were still together just happened to see you guys. She called me to ask if you were cheating.
What a nuisance. Well, she's right.
So you were dating her before you broke up with me?
Yup.
How dare you? You're making me angry again. That's why you broke off the engagement so suddenly? Because you had someone else after me?
Oh, come on, don't get mad. If you're going to be upset about yourself being so poor.
I'm glad my friend told me. Just you wait.
I don't know what you poor people are talking about. Hey, poor lady.
What now? You came to tease me again? Fine. I have something to tell you.
What is it? You want me to give you money? I'm the president of the company, and the living expense for a poor person is like a penny for me, or rather, it's not much to throw away. I don't have any money to give to a poor woman who wants to be a millionaire, though.
You can speak like that for now. You're going to have a hard time earning even that small amount of money from now on.
What do you mean?
Your client, Tube Company, is going to terminate the contract with your company.
What are you talking about? Tube Company is our major client. If that happened, we'll go bankrupt.
You don't believe me, do you? Well, just stay carried away. Enjoy your few remaining moments of being rich.
I don't believe a word a poor person says. It's really funny how poor people lie like that. Hey, what is this?
What's going on?
Like you said, Tube Company said they're going to terminate the contract.
Oh, that's a problem.
Huh? It is your fault?
I don't know. I told you in advance, didn't I?
So that means you did it. But how could a poor woman do that? You told something to the president. Damn it. The way you poor people do are too shitty. It's a horrible thing for poor people to be able to do anything just because they have nothing to lose.
Your words are more shitty than mine. I didn't say anything. Don't be rude. I didn't do anything, so will you stop making accusations?
Of course you've done something. There's no way my business partner would cut me off for no reason. Besides, you knew in advance that they were going to terminate. If you didn't do it, then who did it?
Let me tell you, my dad did it.
Your dad? Even your parents are poor, right? No way he could do it. How can a great tube company be moved by one poor person's story?
I never said they were poor. You just misunderstood. My dad is a great person. He has money.
Don't tell such an obvious lie. How can a great person live in such a shabby house? Rich people live in mansions.
Well, I haven't shown it to you yet, but he has a villa next city. We live in that old house because it's filled with our memories. And the reason we haven't renovated it is because there are some drawings which I drew on the wall when I was little. You can't buy memories, right? We've built a villa, but we mainly live in that house.
Are you sure about that? Then you asked your dad to tell something to Tube Company?
I mean, my dad is the managing director of that company. I told him about you since you judged us poor because the house was old and we broke off our engagement, and the fact that you were cheating. Then he goes, "Who's the boss? Who would do such a thing?" He was furious. When I told him the name of your company, we were surprised to find out that it was his business partner. He immediately terminated the contract.
Oh no. Tube Company is one of our biggest clients, accounting for 60% of our business. If they did that, our company would go bankrupt. Do you know what you've done? Your selfishness will make my company's employees suffer. Can you take the responsibility for that?
Why don't you say that to the mirror instead of me? It's all your fault. You deserve it. For making fun of me like that.
I'm so sorry. Can you ask your dad to stop the termination?
No, I can't because I'm poor. You said so yourself that a poor person's story won't move a great company.
Are you kidding me? I'll apologize for calling you a poor person. I understand you're angry, but you don't have to go this far.
No, you don't understand anything.
Rebecca, please. If I don't do something, my company will go bankrupt. I'm so sorry. So please, reconsider cutting off business with us.
If you insist so much, talk to my dad directly.
You must be Steve. I'm Rebecca's dad, David. Mr. David, I'm really sorry about what happened with Rebecca. I'm sorry I misunderstood and called you poor, and I'm sorry I cheated on her. Please forgive me and not terminate the business. Rebecca is right to be angry, but you don't have to take the anger into anything, especially to business matters. I understand that your daughter is important, but you don't have to go that far. Rebecca is right. You don't understand anything. Excuse me. I'm the one who is the most angry at you for making fun of that house. My wife was against me keeping it, but I selfishly kept it because it's a family memory. Of course, I'm upset that my precious daughter is being mocked, but more than that, I'm upset that you made fun of our family's precious memories. Neither I nor my daughter will ever forgive you. We will never do business with your company again. Sir, please forgive me. I'm sorry. I'll change my mind and do my best from now on.
He's so angry that he doesn't want to talk to you anymore. No matter how much you apologize, it's useless. So please don't contact me anymore. I'll block you. Good luck.
Give me a break. I'm sorry. Hey.
Steve's company was officially made to terminate its contract with Tube Company, and it seemed that the company were in the red and went bankrupt. When it turned out that the bankruptcy was Steve's fault, his parents and relatives broke off the relationship with him, and no one helped him. Also, he was dumped by his girlfriend because of the bankruptcy. Currently, he is living in a shabby apartment, and he is managing to make ends meet while working part-time for a meager salary. He seems to be experiencing himself the life of poverty that he used to make fun of.
Hi, Mom. I just got home from school. I had a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, what time is it? Were you playing with your friends? Welcome home. It was a club day. I did my best to cook. I made hamburgers. It was so much fun. You made hamburgers? That's great. I wonder if you can make some for me when I get out of the hospital. I'll make it for you. I'll make it for you. When can you get out of the hospital? After the baby's born, maybe in a few weeks. I see. That's sad. I wish we were closer to the hospital so I could go see you and my baby sister. I can't wait to see you. Sorry, I miss you too, Anna. Hang in there a little longer. I'll be home soon with your baby sister. Mommy can't wait to see you too. Daddy and Grandma won't take me to the hospital. They seem to be busy and aren't home much. I try my best to cook and eat by myself every day. I also clean up everything by myself. Is that so? Every day? Well, Dad has to work, but I don't think Grandma goes out that much. She's out with friends today too. She said she's staying over. She and Dad were talking about the beach, but she won't tell me where they're going. What? I didn't hear anything about that either. I asked her to take care of you when I'm away. Then what's for dinner tonight? Did you prepare it or did Grandma? Dad gave me some money, so I went to the convenience store and bought something. Huh. I'm sorry, Anna. I'll make you a delicious dinner when I get out of the hospital. Go buy something before it gets dark. I'll ask Dad if he can come home early. Just have a little patience, okay? Okay. Hello, Mary. I can't reach Kevin. Do you know where he is? Could you tell him to call me when he comes back? What a troublesome request. I don't deserve to be called Mary as your mother-in-law in the first place. You're not my family. You know that, don't you? You're not related to me by blood. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry. I'll be careful, but Anna is my beloved, beautiful daughter, and she's your adorable grandchild, right? Beautiful. Hey, I don't know. And about Kevin? He's been busy with work lately, so he'll be home late. Actually, I started having contractions a little while ago, and it looks like our baby is going to be born in the morning. I'm sorry, but I'd like you to call him so he can be there. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hey, that's a hassle. Why don't you just ask Anna, my lovely granddaughter? Ha ha ha. Of course, that's impossible, isn't it? Anna is still in elementary school and it's already late at night. I'm sorry, but I'm about to go to bed. If I wait for Kevin, I won't be able to sleep. Actually, why don't you tell Kevin after the baby's born? How about that? It's a good idea, even for me. Kevin is busy too. It's Kevin's child too, right? I'm sure he is looking forward to it. Please do inform him. You're such an overreacting person. It's not the first time you've given birth, so you should be fine on your own. Anyway, I don't have much free time either. I need to rest when I can. Can't you show more care to the elderly? You can take care of yourself. You're not a child. Okay, I understand. I'll try to contact Kevin again later. Of course. You should take care of things yourself from the beginning. Don't make the mistake of asking for help from the wrong person. Well, I hope Kevin will reply, LOL. What do you mean? Do you know why I can't get in touch with him? I don't know. So why don't you try your best to get in touch with Kevin? I have to pay for the procedure after the birth and the hospital fees. I wanted him to come. It's a lot of work for me to do it alone after the birth. Why don't you ask your own parents? Yes, you should. That's what family is for, My parents live far away from home, so it's not possible to ask them all of a sudden. Besides, I don't want them to worry. I understand now. I'll take care of it myself. I won't depend on you anymore. Yes, please do that. You really are a stupid woman. You're so annoying. Kevin must be stressed out from living with you. LOL. I feel sorry for my son. I really do. You said you want to live with us. If you don't want to, we don't have to have you live with us. Huh? What? I can't hear you very well. You're really not nice, are you? You're not very considerate. The food you cook is bad, the cleaning is lousy, and I get stressed out no matter what you do. I see. I didn't know that I had put you through such a hard time. I think we should talk about our future plans when I get out of the hospital. That's a good idea. Well, don't depend on me. You just think about what you should do, all right? Anna, where are you now? I wanted to hear your voice, Anna. How are you? Are you with your grandma and dad? What do you want? What's wrong, Anna? It's your mom, dear. No, it's not. You're not my mom anymore. What do you mean? What's wrong? I just came home from the hospital and the house is empty. It's like a new house. I'm so surprised. What's going on? Dad and Grandma moved out, but they left me. Moved? I haven't heard anything. Where are you? It's not that surprising. It's nothing to do with you because you're not my family anymore. Oh, a message. Dad said to sign the divorce papers on the front porch. What does that mean? What's the matter with you? Can you put your dad or grandma on the phone for me? There should be some kind of mistake. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm in an orphanage. Orphanage? Why are you in an orphanage? What do you mean? You're a good actor, Mom. You said you wanted to put me in an orphanage. That's what Grandma said. You said I'm in the way. I wouldn't say that. Don't believe her. You are more important to me than my own life. I'll come and get you right away. So, can you tell me which facility? What? Are you sure? Mom, do you really want me to come back? Yes, I'm sure. You're my darling daughter. I would never do such a thing. I miss you so much right now. I was so sad. My grandma and dad were making you out to be the bad guy. He said he is divorcing you, but you wanted to put me in an orphanage because I am in the way. Don't worry. I won't say that, and I won't do it. I swear to God, I promise. I believe you. Please come get me soon. I miss you. I'm sorry I made you feel sad. I'll come get you soon. It's called Sunflower Orphanage. Please be quick, okay? Of course, I will be there as soon as possible. Do you know where your dad and grandma are? I don't know. Apartments? I think that's what they said. Also, Dad said he's getting married to a new bride. An apartment? Marriage? He said it's because they're going to have a new baby. Do you think he was talking about your sister that I gave birth to? Probably not. Dad and Grandma were talking about a boy. I understand. I'm sorry, Anna. I'll pick you up tomorrow. Have you filled out the divorce papers? Please fill them out as soon as possible. You're a slow learner, for God's sake. Call me when you sign them. There will be something about the division of property. Please wait. Shouldn't we talk about this first? Talking is just going to take time. Please agree to the divorce as soon as possible. Don't you want to see Anna as soon as possible? Anna is right next to me. What kind of nerve do you have to leave her in an orphanage? I'm getting a divorce even if he didn't ask me to. I can't stand you guys anymore. I don't even want to live with you. I will get child support and alimony. You're kidding, aren't you? What kind of alimony? It's the alimony for Kevin's infidelity. I heard he's going to have a boy. Who did you hear that from? Anna told me everything. It's so awful to involve an elementary school child. She talked about you like you were the bad guy, but then she immediately turned to you. She's your daughter after all. She's really a little bit of a bitch. Don't worry. I'll take full responsibility for raising Anna. I'm divorcing Kevin. He wasn't there for the birth. He's having an affair, and he left Anna in an orphanage. He really is the worst. Now, calm down. Adultery is not the word. It's about changing wives, switching to a better one. What's wrong? His new wife is having a boy. And unlike you, who can only give birth to a girl, she's way much better. She's young and beautiful. And yes, she will go out shopping with me. I'm glad you like her, but I will get alimony whether he has a child or a new wife. You are really black-hearted, aren't you? You always talk about money. I'll pay it even if you don't tell me, as soon as I get my share of the property. What are you talking about? You won't get it. It's your joint property, so he will get half of it. It seems like you were making a lot of money, so it should be easy enough to pay alimony. Ha 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 ha. Which one of us is the black-hearted one? You were planning something cunning like that, weren't you? What are you laughing at? I'm filing on the grounds of divorce for child abandonment, so Kevin's share is 0. What? Are you kidding? Don't try to fool around with an elderly. It's the truth. Besides, he's also been having an affair, so he'll be charged alimony too, LOL. You and your son are both idiots. I thought you were a little more calculating. Kevin said it would be profitable. Too bad. You are an idiot. If the other party is pregnant, I can easily find out about the affair, and I've already consulted a lawyer. My name is Katie, and I've just consulted with you on the phone.
I would like to file a claim for alimony for my husband's infidelity. But can I also file a claim against the adulterous partner? Yes. You can claim alimony from both your husband and the adulterous partner. Usually, it would be about 3 million if you are divorcing. Good. In the divorce, will half of the money go to the husband since it is joint property? In this case, since your husband has left the child in the care of an orphanage without your consent, it falls under the category of abandonment. If you make abandonment of the child the grounds for divorce, the husband's share will be 0, even if it is communal property. I see. Thank you very much. Also, since the adulterous partner is apparently pregnant, is that sufficient evidence of adultery? Yes, it is. If she is pregnant, we can easily find out about the affair. Also, the text message with your husband's mother is also sufficient evidence, so there is no need for you to worry. In this case, the fees for the affair, the abandonment of the child, and the fact that the other party is also pregnant are expected to be higher than the usual price I mentioned earlier. I understand. Thank you very much for your cooperation. I'm sorry, Katie. Let's talk about it. It will take time to discuss this properly. Let's reconsider, shall we? I thought you and Kevin would be a good match for each other. I'll persuade Kevin to break up with his adulterous partner. I don't care about that. You don't have to do anything. I was thinly aware of it, but I didn't realize he was really having an affair. I had a little hope that he might change his mind after the birth of our second daughter. But recently, Kevin has been cold to me and to Anna, and it's been hard. I'm already fed up with him. I will give him a good scolding. Please, reconsider. Besides, you can't make a decision to divorce so soon, can you? It was you who told me to sign the divorce papers as soon as possible. Thank you for pushing me. You're the one who rushed me into this. I wonder if you are losing your mind already. Yes, I think I might have been a little hasty. I was planning this. I just felt sorry for you. You'll have to forgive me. I don't want to hear such lies. I'm sorry, Katie. I'm really sorry. We'll both apologize properly. Please, reconsider. I'm sorry. I can't do that. The divorce papers have just been filed, so it's too late, since you admitted the fact of adultery. What? You already filed it? Wait a minute. Didn't you just get out of the hospital? Yes, I did. My second daughter is at the government office being seen by my parents. Because you wanted us to divorce, at the end of the day, I'm a witty wife. LOL. That's true. I can't believe you didn't talk to Kevin even once. Don't you both have any affection for each other? I can't have a discussion with someone who depends on his mother and can't be reached. I don't have love for him. Not anymore anyway. Kevin wanted to get a divorce too, I'm sure. The divorce papers were filed immediately because all the necessary sections were filled in. Even if he did, it is terrible of you to submit it without permission. If Kevin's signature was already on the form, it was fine. You said you would contact me when you signed it. Then why didn't you just leave it unsigned? You were right. You were just trying to be considerate. I'm glad we're both idiots. It was all your idea anyway. You said you would just leave the divorce papers while I was in the hospital, move to a new house, and leave Anna at an orphanage because you didn't want her in the new family. That wasn't my intention. How can you say that after harassing me to the point of being obvious? I know your character well enough to understand it. You've been cold to me since the beginning of our marriage. I understand. You can hate me now, so why don't you talk it over with Kevin? That's not needed. There's nothing I want to talk to Kevin about. I don't have time to talk to him either. Everything will be communicated through a lawyer. You have to decide the name of your second daughter with Kevin, don't you? That's impossible for a lawyer, isn't it? I don't want a cheater to think about it. He is already a stranger anyway. I have no more remorse or anything for Kevin. Actually, Katie, I thought I'd make a fortune from the division of property, so I'm moving to a condo. I have a favor to ask you, though. Is that okay? What is it? Don't tell me you're brazenly asking me to pay for it. I'm not going to go that far, But I'd like you to take a little bit into consideration for the division of property. I used all my savings for the down payment of this condo. Wow, that's tough. Kevin never put any money into our house, saying something about a retirement fund. But that's none of my business. I can give you some advice. You have to sell it and move to a cheaper place. I can't sell it! Kevin and his new wife chose this place. I see. LOL. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I have nothing to do with it. Please talk to Kevin and his new wife about it. Well, it seems that we are on the same page. I'm sure the lawyer will talk to you soon, so please don't bother me anymore. I'm sorry. I will correct what I did wrong, so please reconsider. After that, I requested alimony money from Kevin through my lawyer. I also claimed alimony from the adulterous partner, and it seems that Kevin did not tell her that he was married, so the adulterous partner is also claiming alimony. I firmly received alimony, child support, and property division, and I cut off my ties with both Kevin and my mother-in-law. I have told Anna that she may see her father, but she does not seem to have the slightest intention of seeing him. The other day, I heard about the other party's situation through a lawyer, and it says that they cannot pay the mortgage on the apartment and are living in a shabby one-room apartment, but that is irrelevant. I have returned to work after maternity leave and have resumed working hard. Raising 2 children is a challenge, but I'm leading a fulfilled life with a lot of happiness with the help of my own parents.
Hey, are you that girl that David is dating now? What? Who are you? How did you get my contact information? I'm David's fiancé. Do you understand? His fiancé. Oh, you're his childhood friend. What? I'm his childhood friend, but I'm his fiancé now. His mother likes me too, so there's no room for you. Well, I've heard about you. David said you would probably going to contact me, and he also told me to believe him no matter what you say. David is always testing me like that. He really likes me, but he's trying to make me jealous and see what I'm going to do. Okay. So you're nothing for him. What's with that response? Are you kidding around or something? No, I'm not kidding. I'm just so paranoid. I don't know how to answer that. Huh? Oh, you mean my words are too attractive? You're very positive. Anyway, I understand what you're trying to say. So you're going to break up with him, right? I was afraid you'd be a total moron, but I'm glad to see you understand the situation. No, it means I understand what you're saying. I didn't say I approve it. David is standing next to me right now. Says I should just leave you alone. What? Wait a minute. I have his mother on my side. I'll definitely make you regret.
Hey, do you really think you can be my son's wife?
I know you don't like me. The wedding is the day after tomorrow, and the registry itself has already been done because of our anniversary.
What? You've already registered?
I told you when I went to greet, didn't I?
I don't like your attitude.
What?
I don't know if you're a college graduate or if it's because you work at a big company, but I don't like the way you treat people like idiots.
I didn't do that.
It's how they feel. Well, if you're in the family, I don't have a choice.
What do you mean?
I'll make sure you know how to act and behave as a wife.
What?
You'll have to live together with us.
Huh?
If you don't live with me, I won't be at the wedding.
Oh no.
People from David's company will be there, right? Business partners too. It won't make a good impression if I'm not there.
That's not good for David, you know. And yet you intend to do that?
It's up to you.
I understand.
That's a good answer. My husband is about to move out due to his work, so there's a room for you to live in. I look forward to it. Where are you guys? I won't tell you. I'm never going back there again. What? I have nothing more to say to you. What are you thinking running away like that? Hey, answer me.
Mom, leave us alone already.
David, what are you doing? Your father won't be back for a while.
I know, but we can't live together anymore.
Why would you say that? You've always been there for me, and what now?
Yes, I've always taken care of my family.
Right? And why are you doing this to me now? It's because of that woman, isn't it? That's why I told you she's no good.
No, it's your fault. Sabrina didn't do anything wrong.
She didn't do anything wrong. I taught her how to cook my recipe, but never able to. She doesn't even want to cook it in the first place.
Mom, if you don't like Sabrina so much, why did you ask her to move in with you?
She told you about that?
She didn't say anything the whole time. She said you would be lonely because Dad is gone. That's why she wanted to stay with you until Dad comes back.
She's a hypocrite, but she ran away like that after all. And now she's making me the bad guy.
That's because you complained when you found out we were having a baby girl.
I just said that a girl wouldn't be suitable heir and that she wouldn't be pretty because Sabrina isn't pretty. I was hoping for a baby boy.
She ran away because of that. She's my baby too, you know. I didn't know that that's what you were thinking about Sabrina.
How dare you talk to your mother like that?
She even showed me the conversation you had with her right before the wedding. I'm not going to let you see the baby. And I don't plan on seeing you and Dad for a while.
Oh no!
Don't contact me until I contact you.
Hey, aren't you being a little childish? I already knew you were insane 3 years ago. What is with you all of a sudden? Do you have an urgent matter or something? Well, I guess you could say it's urgent. Yes, what is it? Don't play dumb with me. Your 4-year-old girl is with me right now. I've been taking care of your daughter since yesterday. Don't you know how hard it is for an elderly like me to take care of a child? And you didn't even contact me for a long time. Are you kidding me, sending a child to me out of the blue? Wait a minute. My daughter is 5 years old. Huh? You kicked me out of the house when I was pregnant, saying she didn't want a baby grandchild. That was 5 years ago. My daughter is an only child, and she stays home all the time. She's watching YouTube right now. You let her watch YouTube? You are a really bad mother. It's none of your business. Anyway, that child is not my child. Then whose child is it? I don't know. Who in the world gave her to you? It's from Allison. She asked me to take care of David's child. She said you asked her to take care of her. Allison is a childhood friend of my husband David. She used to have a strong sense of rivalry with me, looking me down and everything. I don't know what's going on with her. Oh, please don't talk about Allison that way. I'd rather have her to be my daughter-in-law than you, who came from nowhere. She would have been more suitable for David. But David chose me, so it is what it is. You keep talking back like that. You really are a cocky wife. Allison would have been more honest. I haven't heard from her for a long time. I wonder what's going on. Anyway, I can't take care of her any longer. I forgot your new address, so I just dropped her off at ABC Park. What? You left a little kid all alone? It's raining hard outside. It's okay. I left her under the tree to keep her dry. I'm driving home now. Oh my God, you can't leave her alone. I'm going to pick her up. I can't believe you left a 4-year-old girl in the park in the rain. I don't care. I don't feel comfortable with her. She was annoying. I guess she's not worth my granddaughter. It's been a while. I'm Sabrina, David's wife.
What? Did David have a wife?
Yes, he did. Did you forget about me after you harassed me so much?
Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding. A woman without her husband's love is so miserable.
My husband and I get along well with each other.
How can you say that? You just like to think so. What do you want?
What do I want? I want to talk about your child.
Oh my God, you know about her? Are you disappointed?
I just want to know what's going on. Wendy did something reckless and she was really in danger. She texted me and told me to go get her because she was my child. She's at home now, playing with my daughter, Rachel. Who the hell is this child? Wendy said you left her with Wendy, saying it was my child?
I didn't say it was your child. I told her it was David's child.
What? David's child?
That's right. That child is me and David's child.
That's a lie. That means it's an illegitimate child.
I guess that's what it means. I didn't want to complicate things, so I told her she's you and David's child. I really wanted to give birth to a boy. Then Wendy would have liked me, and I could have won David over you.
That's a lie. I can't believe David betrayed me.
Look at her face. She looks just like David.
I guess?
Isn't she cute with her pointy ears just like David's? I guess he wasn't satisfied with you after all. It seems he's more compatible with me, his childhood friend.
Oh no. Anyway, please come and get this girl. You're her mother. There's no way I'm going to take care of her.
Well, that's the thing. I was going to raise her on my own, but to be honest, it's a lot harder than I imagined. Besides, I have a new person I like, and she got in the way. So, you and David should raise them together.
You're so irresponsible.
I wanted to be David's wife, but you won't give me David, right? I wanted to let her play with her daddy a lot.
Wait a minute, Allison. I talked to Allison and she said something I couldn't believe. Oh, you got in touch with her? That's great. I was wondering if it might be possible. So, what did she say? She said it was David and Allison's child, his illegitimate child. Oh, I thought that might be it, and I guess I was right. You weren't good enough for David after all. You and Allison are saying the same thing. This means David is having an affair. Do you understand? I understand, but it's your fault to be cheated on. You're ugly, you're not very smart, and I'm sure David regrets marrying you. What? To be honest, I'm glad David and Allison had a child. I thought from the beginning that she should be his wife, not you. Then you should raise her. I can't do it. Oh, I told you I'm not physically capable of raising another child. You have to listen to me. That's why you get cheated on by David. If you still want to be David's wife, you should at least raise his child. Why should I raise my husband's illegitimate child? Wives in the past used to love and raise their husbands' unfaithful children too. I would do it if I were you. You've got to be kidding me. Anyway, I'll text David. You're really an inconsiderate wife, interfering with your husband's work. David, I need to talk to you. Are you done with work?
Sabrina, what's wrong? I just finished.
Your mother told me to come pick up the child Allison left with her, and when I got there was a girl looks just like you.
What? What are you talking about?
Allison said it's your daughter.
What? Sabrina, I would never betray you. There's no way I have an illegitimate child. Believe me.
I want to believe you too, but...
I'm telling you the truth. No matter how much Allison tried to attack me, I didn't take her seriously. You saw that. Besides, I haven't seen her for 3 years. If you don't believe me, I can have a DNA test.
Okay, I believe you for the time being. I know you're not a very good liar.
Thank you for believing me, but I'm still going to do the DNA test. I'm still not comfortable with the fact that the kid looks like me. I have a bad feeling about it.
Her ears are pointy, just like yours.
Her ears? They say it's genetic, right?
Oh, we heard that in the drama we saw together before.
How's that girl doing now?
She's sleeping with Rachel. Rachel was so happy to take care of her.
I see. She wanted a sister.
Wendy, you will take care of her, right? Huh? I already told you I can't, didn't I? It was just a few weeks ago and you forgot about it? Yes, I remember. You said that even if the child was born from an affair, if it's David's child, so I should raise her. Yes, that's right. You remember. Then why are you asking me to take care of her? We did a blood test. You went to all that trouble? Have you lost your mind? Well, just listen to the results. It was confirmed that they're related. I knew she was David's illegitimate child. Like I told you before, you're going to raise her. No, I'm not. It wasn't a parent-child relationship that was recognized. Huh? David and that child were half-siblings. Wait a minute. What do you mean? I confirmed it with Allison and your husband John. They admitted that they are related. Oh no, that can't be true. Yes, Allison and John had a child together. David showed no interest in Allison, so she seduced John, and he took her up on the offer. Allison said, "He's the closest male genetic match to David. This child has the same genes as David's, so it's David and my child." She said crazy things like that. She couldn't raise her on her own, so she left her in the care of John, who is her real father. I heard that she didn't want you to find out about the affair, so she lied about it. In other words, she is my husband's half-sister. To my daughter, she's her aunt, even though she's younger than her. What in the world are you talking about? That must be a shock, right? Allison, your favorite girl, had betrayed you. I don't know what was so good about a woman who irresponsibly abandoned her child and ran away. I've loved her for a long time, and I cannot believe she betrayed me like this. It's because you don't see the true nature of the other person properly. Because you only see them the way you want to see them. But still, John wasn't satisfied with you after all, was he? I guess you have a problem too. Why are you saying such horrible things to me who was betrayed? Oh, come on. That's what you said to me. Don't think of me as same as you. I've been devoted to my husband for so many years. Why should I be treated so badly? Oh, yes. About that child. Because Allison refused to take her in, John took her home with him. I'm sure he'll be there soon, so please think about the child's feelings and be a good mother. Are you saying they're coming now? Are you kidding me? I can't believe that the child is coming. How am I supposed to raise her? Why don't you just love her and raise her? There's no way I can do that. But you said in the old days, wives raised their unfaithful children with love. So why don't you show us an example by raising her with love? Of course, that's impossible. Don't be silly. Well, I don't see any future where I have to raise her. I'm too old to raise a child. You should be the one to raise her. If you could take care of her for 2 weeks, I'm sure you can raise her, couldn't you? My husband says, I don't want to give up on my sister, but I don't think I can be the father of my father's illegitimate child. That's right. You'll just have to handle it yourself. Wait a minute. I'm a victim here. Don't you feel sorry for me? I do, if it weren't for the bullying you did to me. Oh no, I didn't mean to bully you. I've been kicked and forced to do houseworks when I was pregnant. I haven't forgotten how you threw away my favorite clothes and how you cursed me a lot. That's why my husband and I have been broken off the relationship with you. So good luck from now on. Wait! Hey, help me! I believed David, but it was also true that I doubted him a little because the shape of his ears looked just like his. David heard about the shape of her ears and thought it might be possible. He said that he and his father had always laughed at the fact that they had the same pointy ears. It was a point at which he felt a strong connection with John, who was often away on business. And even at that time when we moved in together and were kicked out, John was still working alone. The area where Allison was working was close by, and they happened to meet and have dinner together, and before they knew it, they started dating. It's scary to think about their ages, but John and David have a very similar look, and the fact that John was a young man, it seemed to turn Allison on in a weird way. Wendy took care of the girl, partly because of her pride in what she had said to me, and partly because for the sake of appearances. Eventually, she couldn't keep up emotionally and chose to divorce him. She has never worked and can't do much work, and now she is on medication for depression. Allison was engaged to a man, but he found out she had an illegitimate child with John. Allison was planning to have a big wedding ceremony, so he charged her a considerable amount of money for the cancellation fee. Allison is working day and night to pay back the fees. John did not do much parenting even when David was a child. He couldn't take care of his 4-year-old child, so he came crying to our house. David had mixed feelings about it, but he couldn't leave the child as it was or send her to an institution. So we decided to take care of her for the time being. At first, David was a little tense, but then she started smiling at him with a cute, innocent smile, just like Rachel. She is now as affectionate and loving as Rachel, my beloved daughter. I decided not to have her too close to John so she wouldn't be confused. Even when they come to know the truth in the future, I still want to treat her as if her life is not so bad and that she was loved and raised by us. David and I have talked about this. We will continue to trust and respect each other and protect our family.
Melody, why aren't you answering the phone? You're not busy anyway. Answer the phone.
You called me? Was it urgent? I had an important meeting at work. What's up?
I left my files at home and I need them at work. I left them on my desk last night after working on my computer, so you'll know where they are. You need to bring it to me right now.
What? I just had that important meeting and I couldn't answer the phone. Of course I'm at work, so there's no way I can go.
A meeting? LOL. What kind of meeting is worth your income? I have more important work than you. With your low income position, they won't notice if you left the company for a bit.
Low income? Isn't that too harsh? It's not as low as you think. I don't think we're that different. It depends on how much I work overtime, but our difference is about $200.
Are you stupid? $200 is a big difference. Just admit the fact. Besides, you know what? I put in more money for living expenses than you do. And I'm the breadwinner of the family. So you should know who you are. I'm better than you, right?
Huh? Is there such a thing as higher or lower position in a married couple? We are a family.
Family? That's fine. But there's still a difference. I'm the head of the family. You're in a lower position than me. Anyway, just go and get me my files. Unlike you, I'm using them for an important afternoon meeting. This is not for fun.
No. I'm not working for fun either. I have a business meeting with a client. You're the one who forgot them, so do something about it yourself.
Are you kidding me? Who do you think you are, Melody?
That's my word. I do all the housework. So if you consider what I do, I'm working more than you in terms of labor. Think about it and don't be bossy.
What are you joking? LOL. Which one of us is the bossy one? Women do the housework, that's obvious. I mean, you won't get paid for housework. Don't quibble just because you make less than me. It's going to be a big problem if you say like that nowadays, you know? Your brain is that level even though you work. If you're acting like that at work, you're gonna get in trouble. Who are you talking to? I'm your husband. You want to get divorced by being bossy? You're the one who'll be in trouble if I divorce you. You can't do anything about the house. You don't even know where things are. You'd be in trouble too. You're able to make a living because of my earnings. What are you going to do when I'm gone? You'll cry. Hey, aren't married couples supposed to support each other equally? I'm putting in enough money to live on. I'm putting in my own money too. I'm not depending on you. I put in more than you do, so you're able to live. Do you know how much more you put in? I don't care how much. It's true that I put in more. We're going around in circles and it's making me sick. Oh, that's good. Then you can leave work early and go home. You should just leave early from the beginning and bring me my files. You're worried about your own stuff instead of your wife who's not feeling well. What the hell? I didn't marry you to be your housekeeper. This kind of conversation makes me wonder why I married you. Of course, it's because I was old enough to get married and you wanted to get married too. You got married because I wanted to? And how about you? Well, I was old enough to get married and I thought maybe marriage would make things easier. Is that about the housework? Am I a thing? It doesn't sound like I'm a wife. I'm a housekeeper. I never said that. You're being paranoid. I mean, same to you. You think I'm your convenient wallet, huh? I never thought of you that way. Who knows? My colleagues say women are good at acting. That's so disrespectful to women. You're talking against all the women in the world. There are plenty of women who make more money than men. But you don't make more money than me. Your attitude has changed like that lately, huh? Is it because of that coworker? You never said anything about my income before. No, I was just being too nice to you. My colleague recently got divorced and his ex-wife, who worked part-time, was spending her entire salary on herself and making ends meet on his salary. And then she gradually stopped doing housework. He advised me not to let that happen to me. I have a full-time job. I work as much as you do, and I do all the housework. For now, right? But you never know what will happen in the future. So we have to clarify who is in the higher position. Are you serious? I like my job. That's why I keep working. What happens when you say you don't know what's going to happen in the future? It's a life where you have no respect for me, where you don't do the housework, where you do whatever you want. Do you think all the wives in the world are like your coworker's ex-wife? I have a full-time job to begin with, and I have no intention of quitting. Why do I have to be compared with her? Don't be rude and assume that all women are like that. That's how women are. If you're going to be so old-fashioned, then show me you make more money than I do so that you can make a difference in position. You're an idiot. You're too old-fashioned to think that way. That's a complete double standard. Don't be so easy. What's so easy about it? I'm working so hard. All you do is work. You have no idea how hard it is. I'm working too. If you take your job seriously, you wouldn't forget things. How sloppy. You're half-assed and sloppy, you know that? Who's half-assed? My husband, Thomas, I'm afraid. He doesn't even make as much as a celebrity. He's not even close to me, and he acts like he's a king. I make more than you. Yes, $200, LOL. Is that the only way you can protect your identity? Don't talk nonsense. I'm seriously going to divorce you if you keep being bossy. You think I'll obey you if you say so? You don't have any guts. So do you. If you have time to chat like this, go home and pick up what you forgot. I'm busy. Why should I go back home? Because you left them at home? You bring them. Think about it. Your office is closer to home. I'm busy too. Going back home, go to your office, and then back to my own office? Too irrational. Are you going to give me money for a cab? There's no way I can be that wasteful. You're now being stingy. Then I can't. I have work too. You are stingy. You're more stingy with your love than I am with the money, aren't you? This was your chance to be a good wife. That's enough. If the meeting doesn't go well, It's your fault. You won't support your husband. Poor me. How can you say that? No, it's clearly your fault. We'll talk about this when I get back. Be prepared. If you do anything mean, I'll call my dad and brother. That's not fair. That's my word. You tried to use me for your own reasons. Why do you have to be mad at me? I don't give a shit about you anymore. Blah, blah. Do what you want. Good luck at the meeting. Thomas, what's for dinner tonight? Will you cook? Oh, and do the laundry too. Huh? What's wrong with you? Why should I, who earn more money than you, do the housework? It's your job. Sorry, I got promoted. What? That means you earn more? How much? Ding dong! $500 more than you do, but it'll be more if you include overtime. You're kidding. I can't believe you got promoted. How did you cheat? Idiot! I didn't cheat. You know it's my real ability. Unlike you, I've been working hard every day. Well, I make more money than you do, so you'll do all the housework from now on, right? What are you talking about? It's just $500. Oh, who was complaining the other day about the $200 difference in salary? A man do the housework? I'm busy at work too. Don't make me say it again. I'm busy too. I work the same hours as you do. And yet, I make more money than you do. So, according to what you've been saying, you should be the one doing the housework, right? That can't be. How can your salary go up that suddenly? I've been working and studying for my qualification. While you were being lazy at home, I was studying hard. You kept it a secret? I didn't even know. I'm sure you didn't notice. You were just giving me orders, drinking alcohol, and watching TV. You didn't even look at me, did you? You didn't care what I did. You didn't care about the housekeeper who cooked your meals, cleaned your house, and did your laundry. That's misunderstanding. I didn't say anything like that. That's what you mean. So from now on, we're reversing positions. Doing the housework is not my job. I can't cook. Are you going to eat burnt meat? I'm not going to eat that. Why don't you take a cooking class? I can't. I'm too busy at work. I don't have time for that. You and we work the same hours. I was able to do it, so there's no way you can't. I said I can't do it. Then we're getting divorced. What? I've been thinking about it for a while. You mentioned it the other day too, right? I'm good with it too, so let's get divorced. No, I didn't really mean it. You were not really thinking about getting divorced, but the word divorce came up. See, I told you, you used the word divorce to get me to listen to you. How awful. That was because you wouldn't listen to me, so I had no choice. That means you wanted me to obey you, right? How is that even possible for a couple? You could have just been nice and listened to me. Anyway, I'm not getting divorced. Okay then, I'll have a lawyer. I still have your messages saying you will divorce me. That's not fair. You should really think about who is not fair. You just act like a big jerk and don't even do the housework, and all you do is make morally harassing comments. Aren't you the one who's not fair? So you want me to help out a little with the housework? I'm sorry, what? Did you say you'll help? Who do you think chores are for? It's for our lives, right? Help is wrong. We're supposed to share completely. But housework is a woman's job. How persistent. Are you going to pay me for doing the housework? Why should I do that? Where in the world are there housewives like that? Every housewife in the world does housework for her family, even if she doesn't get paid for it. Even though they work full-time or part-time or complete housewife, but the husband supports the wife. That's why I'm working and earning money. I told you I make more money than you. I'm putting in a little more money for living expenses. You're so picky. Don't you get it yet? We both work. You say you put more money into our living expenses, but after all, if we go out to eat, I pay for it. So it doesn't mean that you're paying more. We pay for each other's living expenses for the sake of our own lives, not for yourself. So what? So that means I get no support from you. This is just an exploitation of love, right? You push me to do everything. I wanted your feelings, not money. I wanted to support with your thoughts. I've totally lost feelings for you in the last few months, and I'm tired of doing all the housework. Don't just give up. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. You need to talk to a lawyer about the divorce. And please, talk about the division of property and so on. I'm going to stay at my sister's for the time being with my necessary things. Wait a minute! Don't decide on your own. My opinion is, that's enough. Me, it's always about you. I want to get divorced. That's all. If you want to talk about you, go and talk to a lawyer. Well, if he would listen to you. Wait a minute, Melody. It's all because of my colleague. I was measuring your love. Sorry. Now you're blaming others. Not your fault. Last time, it was my fault because I didn't deliver something you forgot, right? It's always someone else's fault. I don't want to spend my life with someone like that. I'm sorry I blamed you. That's not what I meant. Hey, I was in such a hurry that I lost my mind. I beg you, please reconsider. I'm sorry. I don't understand. You're just saying sorry to protect your poor self. Ew. I just want to get divorced and feel refreshed. Goodbye. Wait, Melody. Don't be so stubborn. If we get divorced, I'll be all alone. I won't be able to eat your food. Without you, I don't know where everything is. Oh, I'll help you. No, I'll do the housework. I got an idea. At least stay with me and teach me until I can live on my own, okay? Show me how, please. Hey, Melody, say something. Thomas contacted me several times after that, but I did not reply to any of his messages. And after a month with the lawyer in between, the divorce was finalized. The divorce did not go smoothly, and he was as whiny as a child. At the end, our parents had to convince him. Now that we are divorced, I'm able to get more salary and I'm working positively to improve myself more. Has my standard of living gone down? No, not at all. On the contrary, it is much more relaxed. I realized this after the divorce, but he said he was paying more for living expenses than I was. But in reality, I think I was bearing more of the burden. Well, we were able to adjust it by dividing the property, so I have no complaints. Unlike me, who has become physically and mentally healthy, Thomas is unable to do housework. And I heard that he returned to his parents' home because he had a trouble with his work and his salary had dropped.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!